Morning folks, it's me again, and welcome to another action-packed video of the Urban Hiker. I don't know if you can tell, but at least on the camera, that it is snowing, and it's the kind of snow that thinks it's rain. The weather report says that this will be rain before I finish my walk today. It's minus 2 degrees, no wind, at least not yet. It's a relatively nice day to go for a walk. Tomorrow and the next 3 days are going to be mostly rain, so I want to get a walk in today because it looks like I won't be able to do one tomorrow. But it is a chilly day. It is snowing just a little bit, and it might be raining later on. As I expected, we now have a mix of rain and snow, so I'm heading back to the house. One of the reasons I came out here in this weather today, though, is to see how my equipment works in this kind of weather. Late next year, I have a project planned to go somewhere where it's a lot colder than this. Well, maybe not a lot, but minus 10, minus 15 probably. A lot windier and probably more snow. So I'm going to be doing that next year. And I want to see how this equipment functions in this kind of weather. Right now I'm using my regular camera. It's a Canon G7X, and I'm using the audio recorder with a Rode wireless microphone. So the other thing I wanted to talk about today was the idea of patterns and how we seem to be governed by different patterns that we experience in our lives. As I noticed that in the last week or so, that there are certain patterns that I'm falling into here that didn't really affect me in Malaysia. And you can probably guess what that is, but it's weather. In the United States, we have seasons. In Malaysia, they don't. The weather is always pretty much the same. It's warm, it's humid, it can rain at any time. If you go outside just for a walk, you wear shorts or a t-shirt. Almost never do you need a jacket, unless you're going to spend a lot of time inside, like at a restaurant or a mall, because the air conditioning keeps everything pretty chilly there. Also, if you ever ride in a Malaysian train, make sure you have a jacket. You'll freeze to death if you don't. So the weather is one of them. In the United States, we have, of course, seasons, the spring, summer, fall, you know, that bit. And I think I mentioned in another video that I hadn't experienced the fall season in the U.S. in a very long time. And as I thought about it, I realized I hadn't experienced the summer season here either. And then, of course, we're coming up now on the winter season, which I haven't experienced in a long time either. So there's that pattern that is sort of set for us by the weather. Another pattern, though, that I find odd that I'm still sort of subject to is school years. I don't know why. I've been out of school now for, well, a long time. But I don't know why I'm still focused a little bit on the school year calendar. Here in the U.S., our school year usually runs from late August, early September, until sometime in May or June. And then the summer months are school holidays. But that sort of sets the pattern that I follow. I always look forward to the summer, and I don't know why, because none of the jobs I had out of school, once I got out of school, gave me the summer off. I was a swimming coach for 30 years, and you work year-round when you're doing that. The summer and the other season is different, but it's not any time that you take off. So I'm not sure why the school year has such a hold on me in terms of the calendar. Another pattern that I'm sure everybody is familiar with is the 7-day week. In my situation, I no longer work for somebody. I'm sort of an entrepreneur right now, trying to get a business started. And I've noticed that to get the business started, it doesn't matter what day it is. If there's things that have to be done, I do them. But there are things when you're doing your own kind of work that there are things that you have to do. But I still find on Saturday morning the same kind of satisfaction that I used to get when I was in school. Ooh, it's Saturday, I don't have to do anything. But yes, you do have to do things on Saturday. And then I think everybody, I speak for everybody, correct me if I'm wrong, leave a note or a comment in the notes. On Sunday, when you wake up on Sunday, you can tell it's Sunday. It has that certain feel to it. You know, it's Sunday. Same way as Saturday, although not as much. That's the kind of pattern that the weekday offers. It's just an odd thing, I think, because when you're subject to those patterns, you don't really think about it too much. But when you're not subject to the pattern in real life, but yet you still follow them or they still have the same effect on you, it's kind of an unusual thing. Anyway, it's the kind of thing I've been thinking about lately. Well, good news. The rain has now switched back completely to snow. So I'm not getting soaked like I was a little while ago. Anyway, those patterns are some of the things that I've been thinking about lately. And there is one more pattern, and that's the 24-hour day pattern, which I'm not going to talk about today. It's not really that interesting, but I'm sure everybody has their favorite time of day and their least favorite time of day. I know I do. And anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.